Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all very much for joining us on this beautiful day. I'm delighted to be here with Senator Rob Portman from Ohio, Kateri Callahan from the Alliance to Save Energy, Tom Quigley from Owens Corning in Ohio, and Eric Spiegel from Siemens, which has a great facility in New Hampshire called Osram, Sylvania, to talk about the importance of legislation that we are introducing today around energy efficiency. Senator Portman and I have come together today and over past months, in a bipartisan way because our nation's economic competitiveness and energy challenges are bipartisan issues that can't wait. Today, as families and small businesses face rising gas prices and tight budgets, there's an immediate need to take action on our nation's energy policy. The world is on the verge of the most significant economic transformation since the Industrial Revolution. This transformation will be built on a fundamental change in the way we produce and use energy. Millions of new jobs will be created in alternative energy, energy efficiency, and other forms of clean energy. But these jobs aren't a lock for the United States. They're going to go to the first countries to invest seriously in clean energy. China, Germany, and even Brazil are aggressively vying to lead the charge and secure these new jobs. A national energy efficiency strategy, like the one we're introducing today, can make our economy more competitive. It can start addressing our nation's energy challenges, and it can create private sector jobs today. It's effective, it's bipartisan, and most important in today's political climate, it's affordable. So let me be clear. I don't think that energy efficiency solves all of our energy needs, but efficiency remains the fastest, cheapest way to meet our energy challenges. Now, how do we do this? This is a broad-based bill, and we have summaries to hand out, so you'll have a chance to see some of the details, but I want to briefly go through the highlights of the legislation. Right now, buildings in the United States consume 40% of our energy, so we have a number of measures in the legislation to improve efficiency. That includes loan guarantee programs for retrofitting old buildings, and model building codes that could make new buildings more efficient. The biggest barrier to these kinds of projects is getting the money to pay for them. Our legislation will make financing easier for homeowners, businesses, manufacturers, and state and local governments interested in energy renovations. Also in our legislation, we'll update home appliance standards to make your refrigerator and dishwasher more efficient. These provisions are supported by the manufacturers of these appliances, and they will save consumers about $43 billion over the next 20 years. We'll help the manufacturing sector become more energy efficient and remain competitive through a new revolving loan program and expansion of the current DOE loan guarantee program. And finally, we'll target the single largest user of energy in the country, that is the federal government. Common sense changes to the way our federal agencies use computers, such as switching off inactive computers and other techniques, will cut energy use and save taxpayers money. And we have a great example in looking at the Veterans Administration, which has already instituted these kinds of changes and expects to save about $32 million over the next 5 years. So again, efficiency saves consumers and businesses money. It keeps our country competitive in an increasingly global economy. Politically, it breaks through traditional regional divides on energy policy. There's not a state in this country, whether it's Ohio or New Hampshire, the far west, the deep south, that can't utilize the energy efficiency technologies promoted in this bill. And finally, these technologies exist today. Many of them are made right here in the United States, as you're going to hear from our business representatives. The cheapest fuel is the energy we don't use. That's why I think energy efficiency is so important. Now I'm delighted to turn the podium over to my co-sponsor and colleague, Senator Rob Portman.